I'm 23 years old. I started my YouTube channel when I was 19 in university. I think I found YouTube one day. I was on YouTube watching music videos and I found these people who were talking to the camera like this, and I was like, this is the strangest thing I have ever seen. But I enjoyed it so much and I was like, I want to start my own. So 2 weeks later, I started it as a hobby, creating videos, talking about anything and everything, being a young black South African in university. And then it sort of took off and it got to the point where I was enjoying it more than I was enjoying university. And in my final year, just before my final year in 2016, I dropped out of university and I said I want to do this full time. So I dropped out, I moved to Joburg. My mom gave me, I think, like 2,500 rand. She was like, this is all I have. This is all I can help you with right now. And so I moved to Joburg and a friend helped me out. She was like, you can stay on my couch, 2,500. You can help pay rent and food and whatever the case may be until you find a job. And that was my idea. I was going to use the skills that I had learned to find a job working in an office somewhere behind a desk until YouTube became a viable source of income. Within the first month of moving to Joburg, one of the big banks came to me and they were like, can you please come in this social media campaign that we want to do? And I was like, why? And they're like, because we love what you're doing. We love the content that you're making. We really want you on this. And it was me and 16 other influencers. And I was like, okay, cool. I guess I'll see. And then they sent me a contract with the amount they were paying me in the bottom. And I was like, are you sure you sent this to the right person? Are you sure that this is for me? I could not believe it. And I literally sent it back. I was like, no, that's not, I think you sent me the wrong person. No, they were like, yeah, this is you. This is how much we're paying you for this is what the value we see in having you working with us. And that was an incredible moment for me because I didn't realize that I had monetized myself. I was the business. And then from there, everything just started snowballing. More and more brands came to me. I had to say no to some because it just didn't make sense to have them on my platform, and I said yes to others. And then I started my company, the Mpanza Network. So what seems to have worked for me is that, so the Mpanza Network is also a management agency for other influencers. And my big aim, because I know that there are a lot of influencers and a lot of YouTubers, but people just don't know how to make the money. So my idea was, come here. I know the business of YouTube now. I can help you make the money. So I've managed to create jobs for other people who thought they were doing this just as a hobby. So I'm a fairly new entrepreneur, but I have stumbled quite a bit. I think the one thing that a lot of us get wrong, especially in my industry, is we don't value ourselves as much as we should. I know, so the way I work is 90% of the time an agency will come to me because they've received a brief from a brand, and then the agency will choose people and I'll be one of the people that they choose. And if we're being 100% honest, the money coming from the brand to the agency, and then by the time it gets to me, has been filtered down so much that there's nothing here. And then because this is such a new industry, everybody just takes whatever they can get, but they're not valuing themselves. That's one of my biggest selling points. A lot of people are scared to say, listen, that's what you're paying me is not what I'm worth. I'm worth more than that. So business negotiation skills, but also knowing sometimes that working with a certain brand might put you in the right space and create visibility so that later on you can make more money. So as much as you need to look at the short term, the long term game is also very, very important. I've been doing this for just over a year. And what I have learned in my second year is that multiple income streams is the way forward. For a young black person in this country, you can almost never survive, especially somebody with a matric. You can't survive with one income flow. It just doesn't work. So what I learned this year is I don't necessarily just have to work with marketing people on my YouTube channel. I have the social media expertise where I can go to a big brand and I can say, I can make your social media platforms the best, biggest, the funniest, strongest in this country. And they will listen to me because my platforms already show that. So understanding that and also realizing that I'm a good content creator. So a radio station came to me and they were like, can you create content for us too? It has nothing to do with me. You don't necessarily have to see my face, but I'm working there behind the scenes. So I think in my industry, sometimes you have to realize that you don't always have to be in front of the camera. You can work behind the scenes and there is work there. Even in corporate, I never thought I'd be working with or for corporate. You can find me on YouTube. It's youtube.com/Sibu Mpanza, and another YouTube channel is More Mpanza, behind the scenes, everything. youtube.com/More Mpanza. On social media, it's Sibu Mpanza everywhere. Twitter, Sibu_Mpanza ZA. You'll see it's got a little blue tick there because it's verified. So it's a